It's that time of the year again. 2024 has brought us some ups and downs, but luckily it was mostly ups. From Night's Whim to Alien Romulus and everything in between. In today's video, I will be ranking the top 10 best horror movies released in 2024. Will you agree with me? Let's find out. Welcome back, I'm Sippin Ice, and spoiler warning ahead for every movie involved. And with that being said, we won't agree on everything, as we all have different opinions on what we enjoy, so let me know what your favorite horror movies of the year were down below. Are there some movies that I need to watch? But without further ado, let's jump into
The Substance.
Released on September the 20th, The Substance begs the question, how far will you go to have your dream body? It's a phenomenally shot body horror film helmed by its two amazing leads in Demi Moore and Margot Qualley. Also, when I say it's a body horror, it's a damn body horror, brother. The practical effects of the two separating was wild during the start, but by the end, it had me leaning back in my seat. The thing I couldn't nail down, however, was the time period it was supposed to be set in. There were themes of the 80s all the way until modern times, so throughout the film, I was sitting there like, when is this movie happening? The score and the cinematography really worked and helped to elevate the movie. If you can handle the intense gore and messaging, then this movie is a must-watch for those still deciding.
It's enough to make a grown man cry.
One that doesn't have an intense message behind it, but equals in the gore department is
Destroy All Neighbors.
Released all the way back on January the 12th, Destroy All Neighbors is a horror comedy that provides an amazing time, as long as you give it a chance. Thanks to my buddy Shay Rance for telling me to give it a chance. Because at the start, one of the central characters was really turning me off from the movie. But after some time, I found myself pleasantly surprised. The movie follows Will, an aspiring rock star, as he creates and comes upon all sorts of chaos, which starts destroying all the neighbors. The climax of the movie with him and all of his neighbors as they try to create his album will always be a good time. It's a slow burn at the start, but if given the time, quickly follows it up with some good laughs. Don't think I forgot either, the gore.
Oh my god! Yes!
The ways the neighbors begin to meet their ends are fun and unique with blood and guts aplenty. If you fancy silly, zany horror comedies, then please give this a chance as it will have you cheesing. Trust, it got me. But if that's not your style, maybe my next movie will be something for you. Next up is Pause. If you find yourself enjoying the video, then listen to Dewey as he's got a pretty smart head on his shoulders.
Hello, everybody. This is a message from Sippin Ice and me, Dewey.
Please subscribe, like, etc., share with your friends, and enjoy all the incredible horror movie content. My friend Ty's channel.
Thank you.
Did I miss something you enjoyed? I might not have seen it. Let me know your list down below. But with that being said, unpause.
Number 8. Trap.
Released back on August the 2nd, Trap is yet another installation that is the twisted mind of M. Night Shyamalan. While he's had some absolute heaters in his catalog, he's also had some that were just, well, not great. At least for me. We all got different opinions, but Old was dookie at worst and mid at best. But Trap was surprisingly great. Josh Hartnett knocked it out of the park with his portrayal of the serial killer dubbed The Butcher. Upon first glance, I knew who made this movie, you feel me? So I was expecting some major twist, and there was some, but I was holding out that watch, somehow he's not going to be the killer. But no, I was proven wrong pretty quickly. His relationship with his daughter was nice, and seeing him trying to keep both sides separated was great. Until, well, spoilers, until he wasn't able to keep them separated. Going back to initial glances, I was kinda hesitant on M. Night's daughter, Salika, having such a major role, with her performing some of her original songs. I was like, come on, bro, don't let this be nothing more than a way to promote his daughter. But again, pleasantly surprised. She performed her role very well, and the songs were nice. Lastly, Kid Cudi. Nothing more needs to be said. That is, until I rave about
Abigail.
April the 19th saw the release of Abigail, another movie that has seen the better end of my rankings. Why though does it feel like this movie released way earlier back in like January or something? I don't know, I might be tripping. Anyways, Abigail follows a child getting kidnapped, but alas, that ain't no damn kid, but a centuries-old vampire. I would say spoiler alert, but come on, the trailers told us that off the jump.
What the fuck is that thing? We kidnapped a fucking vampire.
The film is made by the radio silence boys Matt and Tyler, with the lead going to Melissa Barrera. Following up Melissa is a rather well-rounded supporting cast, for the most part anyways. I mean that in the way that a certain character is killed off way too soon when it's not really expected. But don't get me wrong, I like when a movie subverts my expectations. Surprise me, catch me off guard, knock out my teeth. Okay, maybe not that. The killer vampire Abigail, portrayed by Alicia Weir, I'm sorry if I mispronounced, was amazing and one of the reasons this movie was able to work so well. She was creepy, she was evil, and she was a trickster. Very well done. Man, I'm having a good time. I can't wait to speak on
Speak No Evil.
Well, I can't speak no evil, so let me speak some good.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Released on September the 13th, Speak No Evil attempted to remake the 2022 Danish-Dutch film of the same name. Did it work? Well, yes and no. Let's be honest here for a second. It wasn't needed and is just the American version. Similar to what happened with the Wreck movies. But unlike the American version of Wreck, Speak No Evil 2024 worked. It's such a good time.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
No, that's a bad way of wording it. It's fun. No, it's just a good movie involving a fantastic James McAvoy torturing a family.
That don't work. There's no way out of this one. You're done.
The build-up was slow, but needed to establish where the film was wanting to take us, all starting with him getting Louise, a vegetarian, to eat meat. It's subtle, but it quickly shows Patty, James McAvoy's character, wanting control. Speaking of Patty, when he eventually snaps, is just great. I won't ramble too much, but he just seems truly disturbed and evil. Our next entry is rather recent, and by that, I mean it came out this month.
Nosferatu.
We have officially made it to the halfway point of my top horror movies of the year. But this movie was not at the halfway point, as this bad boy was released on Christmas Day. So yeah, I had to quickly go and see this one.
We do not care.
I have enjoyed many of Robert Eggers' films, such as The Witch, The Northman, etc., and while this movie is on the lower end of that list, it's still great. It has some beautiful shots with an amazing cast. I was worried about Lily Rose Depp because of, well, The Idol. And The Idol is one of the worst things I have ever seen. But here, she killed it. She did very well. One of the only downsides to this movie is it actually almost has too big of a cast, making it almost hard to follow the story. But if you enjoy old-timey, gothic, and monster movies, then there's a good chance you will enjoy this movie. Just know it's not very fast-paced, unlike
A Quiet Place, Day 1.
Actually released halfway through the year was A Quiet Place Day 1, back on June 28th. The movie follows a terminally ill patient named Sam as the monsters first arrive to Earth. She battles through with the help of Eric and her lovely cat Frodo. Speaking of Frodo, he is the world's luckiest and smartest cat. My cat Sai would have ditched me the moment he heard any loud noises. But luckily, we don't have to actually worry about giant alien monsters with super hearing. Before I watched this movie, I won't lie, I wasn't greatly excited for it, as I don't really care for the franchise that much, but I gave it a chance and I'm glad I did. The film was amazing with some stellar performances from the cast. A Quiet Place Day 1 is a must-watch. Another must-watch, as long as you have a tough stomach, is
Terrifier 3.
An entry best suited for the third spot is Terrifier 3. Theatrically released on October the 11th, Terrifier 3 is a Christmas classic. Art the Clown is back more than ever and is striking fear into people's hearts and their lunches onto the floor. I personally think Terrifier 2 is heavier on the intensity, but Terrifier 3 has a much better story. Now don't get me wrong, the chainsaw shower kill had me reeling in the theater because as a dude, yeah, you know what I'm getting at.
For the love of God! For the love of God!
The Christmas atmosphere worked for Art the Clown, and the scene where he becomes Santa is great. I've seen it 3 times now, and I laugh every time at Art just goofing off in the bar. Especially just before he enters, as he shoves those 2 girls aside, as he's super excited to meet Santa. Just great. Art and Tiana's battle is as amazing as you would expect, and of course, I gotta praise the obvious, amazing talent that goes into practical effects. I'm a sucker for practical. The more, the merrier. I also love Lauren Lavera's performance. She, along with David, deserve more roles, man. Which I think most people can agree with. It's not a very hot take, but what is a hot take is...
Long legs.
July the 12th saw the release of the highly anticipated new horror movie, Long Legs. Now first off, let me be the first to admit, the marketing failed it. It promoted the movie as the next scariest movie ever made, and that it was not. In fact, I would sooner call it a thriller with horror elements. It's a crime thriller with a scary antagonist. But aside from that, this movie is great. I love the atmosphere it builds and the theories it has us forming. Macon Monroe and Nick Cage killed their roles along with the mother character. It's a slow burn that has its moments where it breaks the silence. Also, like the moment where Nick Cage starts smashing their face into the table, it got me to jump. I won't lie to you.
There she is.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bam! Bam!
Long Legs is an amazing, misunderstood film. But I don't think my number one is misunderstood, as I think most people really enjoyed my number one. But before that, let's take a moment to show some love to the ones that didn't quite make the cut.
Smile 2. Oddity. Founders Day. VHS Beyond. The First Omen.
Now, which movie is my number one horror movie of 2024? Easy, it's...
Alien Romulus.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes!
The undisputed winner was released to us on August the 16th. After watching this movie, I had no issue with letting it right at the top of my list. The characters felt real, their stories merging well, and not feeling rushed for the sake of exposition. My heart rate would spike as I didn't want any of the characters to die, apart from Bjorn. Bro was speaking so mean to my guy Andy, man.
Yeah, you know what, I might take this with me actually.
Alright, enough.
Just in case you have any funny ideas.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
It's only a synthetic. I thought I was a real person then for a second.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Speaking of Bjorn though, I believe Fede Alvarez was telling us Bjorn was the father of Kay's baby, as there was a subtle moment of their embrace. Perfect storytelling. Show, don't tell. Let's talk xenomorphs for a second. They looked amazing and menacing, but I felt they were a little too easy to kill in this entry. I personally prefer less xenomorphs and more damage resistance. Them being an almost unkillable beast is what makes them truly terrifying to me, but they gave me that at the end of the movie. If you know, you know. But that's my list, my official top 10 horror movies of 2024. Do you agree with my list? What should be higher or lower? Let me know your personal top 10 in the comments down below. But before we wrap up, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone that has liked, subscribed, commented, and even if you just stopped in for a bit, thank you for choosing to spend some of your time with me. 2024 has been a phenomenal year for the channel, and it's all because of you guys and some good friends of mine. Speaking of those friends...
Hey everyone, just here to say Happy New Year. I hope you all have a great year, and I hope you all have a great next year. I'd also like to say thanks for all the growth that I've had on YouTube this year. It's been great. This year I also started college, which is an experience in itself, completely aside from just doing videos, but it has given me more time to do videos and also talk with a lot of great people like Sippin. Yeah, shout out Sippin. So yeah, once again, Happy New Year. I hope you all have a great year.
Happy New Year. I hope that 2025 brings you everything that you could ever wish for, and I really do hope that everyone has a wonderful year, and let's end 2024 with a bang.
And once again, thank you so much Sippin Ice for having me on this video again. I just want to say a quick message that I hope everyone has a great New Year's and a lot of new accomplishments to look forward to next year. This year overall we had a lot of collaborations that we worked on, and a lot of them to come next year as well. So I'm very excited for you to all look at that once it's uploaded. So once again, thank you so much for having me, and I hope everyone has a great one.
My 2024 had its ups and downs, its highs and lows.
and some really fantastic movies. Good friends and good food. That's all that matters. So I hope you guys had as good of a 2024 as I did, and if not, I hope your 2025 is much better. Happy New Year.
Hey everyone, this is Kyle Chris Flett from Flett's Movies Pop Culture 13. Just here to say Happy New Year. It's been quite the year. The first half of this year I was in the hospital and I almost died a few times, but I pulled through and I was able to make it through. It was a miracle that I'm still here and I was able to meet Sippin, Horher, Mr. Hot Take, and Shay Rance, 4 phenomenal content creators that I'm proud that I'm to call friends. I'm so blessed that I meet them. They're 4 phenomenal, talented content creators, and this year's been, been a blessing that I'm still here and I was able to reach 500 and 600 subscribers in just by a month apart, which was just mind-blowing. But it just shows how amazing support that you guys are, and you guys are all awesome. And like I said, I'm proud to call Sippin and Horher and Shay and Mr. Hot Take friends, and I hope you guys cheers to you guys. I hope you have an amazing year for your YouTube channels in 2025. I want to thank Sippin for having me to come say this. You guys are awesome. I hope you have an amazing 20 years. So cheers to all of us to have an amazing year on YouTube in 2025. Bye everyone.
I appreciate each and every one of you. Here's to 2025. I can't wait to see where the new year takes us. Happy New Year.